want to talk about a guitar company, one of the earliest American guitar companies, one of the biggest American guitar companies, and one that feels like an also-ran. You love them, and you hate them, if you play them, or if you tried to play them, and that is Gretsch. This is my Gretsch 5127 TG. It's actually just a 5120. I don't know what the 7 is. Whatever. If you see this shape, 5120, that's a Chet Atkins signature model. The Les Paul of Gretsch in a midnight sapphire color, which I got because of the color, because I am that vacuous. And it's great. But I don't play it. So let's break down the goods and the bads. The good. Aesthetic. Gretsch make the coolest looking, ostentatious sort of guitars without being demonstrably gaudy. They have awesome colors, which, by the way, Gretsch was the first guitar manufacturer to offer custom colors, because they have these bonkers, they're not even bonkers, they're just really good and diverse colors, like, say, Gibson or Fender, who are, I don't want to say hamstrung, but they're sort of, that's the word I'm going to go with. They're hamstrung by heritage, in that they have to have geriatric bursts, natural butterscotch this, TV yellow that. Gretsch don't give a shit. Blues, greens, reds, blah, blah, all kinds of crap. Bursts, fades, everything. They don't care. Sparkles. Oh my God, the sparkly finishes. And because of that, they sort of have aged with people. Never look their age. Because this design is from the mid-50s. You can kind of tell, but it's kind of not. That's a great thing. The other great thing, and not a lot of people realize this about Gretsch, they play fast. These necks are a slightly fat Ibanez, shreddy feeling. It's insane. But then you think about Chet Atkins, Brian Setzer, rockabilly folks were shredders. These things shred. Pickups. I love Filtertrons. Matter of fact, I have the same Filtertrons in this Epiphone Les Paul. And what it did to this guitar, brightened it, made it more raunchy, but also clearer. Fantastic stuff. In my parts caster, a high-low-tron from TV Jones. And the high-low-tron is an interesting thing because it's essentially a P90. They just used a Filtertron sized fitting, and Filtertrons, Gretsch's solution to the problem they had with their original pickups, which were Dynasonics. One, they didn't want to pay DeArmond, who made Dynasonics. They didn't want to pay them anymore. They wanted their own in-house pickup. So they got a man named Ray Butts, who I'm sure was never made fun of. So Gretsch asked him to make them a pickup, a humbucking pickup, as it turned out. These were developed the same branching time as Gibson's PAF humbucker. It's speculated these were done before the PAF, but Gibson got to the patent market faster and sound more like a Telecaster off steroids than the PAF is a Telecaster on steroids. But let's talk about the bad. It's big. Not all Gretches are that way. The solid bodies, the Duosonics, which came out in 1957, they're chambered technically. I believe the first chambered solid body guitars, and Gretsch's first solid body guitar. So they always have something hollow about a Gretsch, which is cool. This joint, which is very anacoustic, feels like an acoustic. It is not easy to get up here, but there's no money up here. It's just for fun. I'm not making money, so I kind of want my fun. But there's something about the solid bodies with like a hardtail and slimmed down. They feel like they don't have enough fret. They don't have enough room. It's not that they feel compact. They just feel cluttered. So a little history about Gretsch. Gretsch is a New York, Brooklyn specifically, founded manufacturer of instruments and an importer of instruments. They started up in the 19th century, I think 1883, with the invention of the electric guitar by Leo Fender in 1950, and Gibson getting on board with the Les Paul. Gretsch turned to Chet Atkins, came up with this sort of shape. From there, designing the Filtertrons in 1957 from Ray Butts, going from the 5120 design, doing a double cut version, chambered Duosonics, doing a double cut version of that, most infamously played by Malcolm Young, as was the case with all American electric guitar companies, so sold in the late 60s to another company, Baldwin Piano. So at least they stayed with, musical instrument companies, not central broadcasting. Baldwin took Gretsch out of New York, moved him to Arkansas, DeQueen, Arkansas. You can hear the drawl in that name. Just like everyone who sold, quality went bad because corporations pinch every penny and steal every dime. They flamed out. Actually, literally, the factory burned down twice. In the 1980s, Fred Gretsch, which, by the way, was the name of every Gretsch who was involved with Gretsch. They're all Fred. So one of the Freds bought back Gretsch soon after moved the company to Japan, which are still made to this day in Japan. In 2002, they made a sort of collaborative deal with Fender, and Gretsch is under the Fender banner, using their factories and things of that notoriety, but are still sort of autonomous. And now they have Gretsch Streamliner, the Electromatic, which is what this is, Gretsch, which is Japanese, and then they have a American custom shop, which is one of the most expensive custom shop guitars you can buy. Why don't I play this? It's almost a situation of, do I have too many guitars? Which, if you're asking that question, the answer is yeah. There's just something with this where I don't know what I want it to do, what I want it to be for me. I have another guitar that has these pickups, which they sound better in that guitar than this guitar. I don't know where it fits for me. I just know it's beautiful looking, it's beautiful built, it's beautiful playing, and I like it. And I liked it the second I got it. But I don't know what to do with it. And that's how I feel about every Gretsch I've picked up. It's like, this is brilliant, but I don't know what it's for me. And that is kind of the love-hate of it all. I love these. I love Gretsch. And I hate that I don't know what to do with it.